Hey everybody, I just wanted to hop on real quick, show you what's going on with this severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for a large chunk of Rapides Parish. Usually, a lot of times don't go live for these warnings, but we had some cell mergers, we had outflows colliding, and I think this thing could produce some pretty stout wind gusts here. Also wanted to note this outflow moving westward toward Toledo Bend, just now hitting those coves on the eastern side of the lake, Lannan, that area. You got wind coming in. So it's not raining. You're probably not hearing thunder even on the lake, but that wind is going to pick up strongly here in the next few minutes on the east side of the lake and then across the rest of the lake over the next half hour or so. But we have a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Rapides Parish. I wanted to get on here also to kind of crowdsource and see if anybody had any sort of damage. A lot of close lightning hits around here, and I was out driving in it a little bit earlier. I was doing some camera stuff. We're getting a lot of things fixed and set up there, and I'll show you some of that tomorrow. We're not going to worry about that now. But a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for a severe thunderstorm located near Gardner, or 8 miles northeast of Hindston, moving southwest only at 10 miles per hour. So this is also going to create some possibly some flash flooding issues as it moves very slowly. 60-mile-per-hour winds, penny-sized hail are possible. This is going to impact Glenmora, Hindston, Gardner, Otis, Elmer, Calcasieu, Woodworth, Forest Hill, and McNary. So the main concern here is going to be strong gusty winds on this thing. There's that outflow boundary right there. When I click, the severe thunderstorm data comes up. So let's go into the velocity and storm relative, see what we've got there. It's really kind of noisy on the velocity. Really, we're not going to see that traditional look of things where we have if you get a big rush of wind out of that downdraft, sometimes it's really tough to pick up on that because it's really shallow, and we're pretty close to the radar site here, but we're still about 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet up. So sometimes that's going to kind of fly underneath the radar. Let me put it in motion here and show you what's been going on. You can see all those outflows and everything just kind of coming out of this near the radar. Here's the storm that I've been watching, and that thing is the one that is warned now for western Rapides Parish. Velocity data, again, it's not ideal for this kind of thing. It's more recognizing that when these storms do blow up like this, they're pretty much going to come crashing down, and when that happens, that's when we're going to get those strong wind gusts for you. So let me do one thing real quick. I didn't have anything ready here, so I still have the earthquake tracker up. Let me go into... I'm going to go into my sky cams. I think that's where I have everything. Nick shows Skycams. Okay, let's see if we've got them all here. I might have a different logo on one or two of them, but I just want to get them up quickly. So yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell. No, we're not going to be looking at earthquake tracker. I'm going to talk about the cameras. We're going to take a look and see what we have going on out there. You can see the Alexandria one above me. Things are calming down here. So Alexandria camera, and yes, part of the coolness here is we have the Rapides Hospital camera back. That will be back live. You can tune in on that one on the app and on the website. Here is what it looks like in town right now, or I'm sorry, that's the old shot from Beauregard Parish. That one's not quite back yet. Sorry, I'm just clicking through all these. Let me get, oh, there we go. All right, so Alexandria right now, this is what it's looking like. Looking west of town, you can see this storm is getting out of here, conditions improving. Someone did send me some footage out of Pineville. It looked like there was some flooding problems on the roadways on 28 West, like as you were going west out of town, right by Keys Park and all that. That was where I was getting videos in from some flooding issues. So we do have some street flooding. That's going to be about the worst of it with this. Lots of lightning and some strong gusty winds as well, but I don't foresee this being something that's going to linger into the evening and things like that. Here's the Leesville camera showing some scattered showers out that way as well. Some heavy rain falling there, but these are all kind of departing the actual camera sites right now. So let's go ahead and jump back over to radar. We have our severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm not going to be on for very long here. I just know this is really loud, and a lot of you are hearing this right now. And look at that lightning. Let's put the counter on. 1298, and that number has been ticking upward. So around 1,300 strikes here in the last 15 minutes as these cells continue to push toward the south. Avoyelles Parish, Rapides Parish, and now there was some great lightning up there in the Alexandria camera, and Vernon Parish. That's where the worst of this is right now, and I'm going to pause that. So right now from Simsport. So here's the crazy thing, and I talk about this all the time. Simsport, heavy rain, lightning, thunder. Cottonport, nothing. I mean, it's not raining right now. You're hearing the thunder, but Bellido, you're getting rocked right now. Cheneyville's getting hammered by this. Woodworth over into Western Rapides Parish out here toward Elmer, Castor Plunge. That area is getting into the clear now, but still raining pretty heavily. And then thunderstorms out here into Vernon Parish from Slagle through Hicks and LeCamp and right down toward the radar site, which is right here. So power out in Ball, crazy lightning in Woodworth. Let's see, power out in Fifth Ward. Good evening. Yeah, it's bad here. Yeah, this is definitely a very stout thunderstorm. I did not like being out in it. I got back in quickly. Lots of lightning, strong gusty winds are possible, especially along that leading edge of the outflow. And then as that storm, the front edge of that storm, as that gets there, that's when we're seeing a lot of this heavier activity. Hold on just 1 second, please. I got to make a request here. Okay, I'm back here. All right, so showers and thunderstorms, heavy storms here across Rapides Parish. And because we had outflows collide, you can see that happen. Let me just step through that and show you this process, because you could see this happening. So outflow coming southward, outflow pushing northward. Okay, so as I go through this, you can see as those collide, boom, new thunderstorm development that merges with the storm that was moving over Alexandria, and that's why we have seen that warning, possibly even some hail out of this. You can see it's not looking quite as robust as it did just a few minutes ago, but that's kind of how these things work. This is probably going to redevelop along this outflow, and if any of these little cells out here get clipped by the outflow, that's when they'll surge upward and we'll see some new development here. Now out west it looks like things are a little more stable, so not seeing the development near Toledo Bend out of this, but we are seeing, of course, this line of strong to severe thunderstorms in some cases moving southward and accelerating a bit. Let me see. You got the severe thunderstorm warning. Power out. You saw hail in Pineville. How big? I'm guessing it was pea-sized. I wouldn't imagine we would see large hail out of this. I even thought penny-sized hail was a stretch. And this map that I'm going to pull up, that's just the old Leesville camera thing. Yeah, I mean, 3,500 without power in Rapides and Avoyelles, another 800 up there in Grant and Natchitoches. So 4,300 without power over the last hour or so this has happened. I'm actually going to see if I have a quicker update here on this one. Yeah, it's up to 1450 and 2657 now as of 5:10. So these numbers are going to continue to come up. And they can't really get out in this stuff because that lightning's going crazy right now. So several thousand customers without power. I'm sure they'll work to restore that very quickly, but it's going to take a little time. So I just wanted to pop that map up. And we'll look at radar, and I'll get out of here. Again, if you want to go watch the light show, I will actually be playing with these cameras. I'll follow along with this. Let's see. I can at least move this one a little to the left so you can watch that a little better. It's, you laugh, but I'll go look at it and it'll be like 50 people watching it. So I like to keep it to where it's nice and, you can see what's going on. So now I just moved that one. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 6. I'm going to see what the National Weather Service is saying, if they're saying anything about this. 1 second. Love the chat. Love the communication with them. They're awesome. Let's see. I have too many feeds. Okay, here we go. Local storm report. They did measure 59 mile per hour wind, 7 west-northwest of Alexandria. I think that would be at the airport. And 59 mile per hour gusts in Calcasieu as well. And I just saw Jake from the TV station locally here. He posted a picture of a big limb down on a tree, from a tree near Cedar Court in Pineville. So this is putting down. I was actually talking to Cole from Mountain Man Tree Service, and he said he already had gotten a call about a tree down in Pineville. He didn't have the address yet. Pea-size hail, power flickering, lightning, small hail in Bunkie. Okay, yep, that tracks with what we're seeing there. Smaller than sonic ice. I like the specificity, guys. You guys are rocking and rolling here with the observations. So we don't have warnings on these cells out here, but it would not be stunning for me to see some strong gusty winds out of these as well. It doesn't make you immune to power outages. I mean, you get a 35 mile an hour wind gust, sometimes that knocks down the wrong limb. Now, look at this. You see how that outflow is getting further and further ahead of the storm? What that's going to do is eventually choke off these thunderstorms, and I think we'll get new development along that outflow as we run into that unstable air to the south. But the further that runs ahead, the more that storm gets cut off from its supply of warm and moist, unstable air. But yeah, no nader wrangling now. This is not summertime setup when it's outflow dominant like that. I don't think you're going to see any tornadoes, and I'm not trying to sound upset by that. I'm just saying that this is not the setup for that. So you're going to see the strong gusty straight line winds out of storms like this. I can't rule out a brief spin up, but this is pretty much not guaranteed, but close to it. That it's just going to be straight line winds. No power there, Kelsey. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, you're good though. It's gonna rain a lot. Hey, you're almost out of it, actually. And actually, Kelsey, that's my niece. Her dad is one who's putting up a camera. So we'll have their location on here pretty soon. It's going to be a cool view down there in the country in Southeast Rapides Parish. But yes, to close here, and Tom's going to be live, he said around, I think, 5:45 to 6, something like that. So he's going to be right back here to give you another update. But I figured we had a warning. We had some power outages happening and a pretty significant storm moving across a good populated part of the area. So I wanted to come on and let you know what I'm seeing. Let me see one more thing here, see if the power outages have updated. They have not. So let me see. There's a site I go to actually see this data as it's coming in. Yeah, we're up to 2,100 now in Rapides Parish, 2,700 in Avoyelles. It's more than 10% of that parish. 700 in Grant and 268 in Natchitoches. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Only 19 in Vernon. You're doing well. So with that, we're at 4,900 between Rapides and Avoyelles Parish right now. Let's take one more quick glance at radar. Then I will step aside for the legend, Tom Convicka, to come in here. But yes, we do have Gina live weather data now. That's coming in. You saw the time lapse from there today. If you haven't seen it yet, that's awesome. Real good illustration of how these downdrafts can just efficiently be transported and turned into strong gusty winds. And I posted that a little bit earlier, but you can see these little blips here when they hit the outflow. When that hits that outflow, that's probably going to blow up into a decent storm right there. Right now, I think we're on a weakening stage there in Western Rapides Parish, but that is also when that's kind of collapsing out, that's when we get the real strong winds to come. So severe thunderstorm warning continues. I wouldn't be surprised. This one's close here for LeCount, down toward the St. Landry community, Cheneyville, Lloyd Hall, that area. Bunkie, you're kind of on the edge of it. So western Avoyelles, extreme western Avoyelles, and there's your warning. So let me just get you the data on this. And oh, I saw a flash out there. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get you the data on this one, then I will step aside so Tom can jump in and do his thing. So this warning is for southeastern southeastern Rapides, northern Evangel, and southwestern Avoyelles Parish until 6 p.m. This is for a severe thunderstorm located right near Cheneyville, moving south at 25 miles per hour, so it's accelerating a little bit. This is that storm earlier was only moving at about 10 miles per hour, but that one also accelerating to the south. This is for damaging wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. Locations impacted: Bunkie, Glenmora, Cheneyville, Turkey Creek, Pine Prairie, LeCount, Bayou Chico, Indian Lake, Chico State Park, Beaver, St. Landry, Woodworth, Forest Hill, and McNary. So if you are in these areas, if you're traveling on Interstate 49 from the Woodworth exit around mile marker 73 down to right when you get into Evangeline Parish, so around exit 46 and then further south here in the near future, that's where we're going to see these severe thunderstorms lining up and moving on to the south. They're going to continue to accelerate southward along that outflow, and we should see some more redevelopment. So Evangeline Parish, Allen Parish down the road, I think you're going to get hit with some storms, and then probably in Beauregard Parish, though, you can see as you get further west, it looks like the stability is a little bit greater, so we're not seeing that same development here. Now, earlier, we had some crazy rains around Baton Rouge with some flood warnings out that way and some heavy stuff south of I-10. But this right here, that's the game in town for us right now. More storms popping up across Mississippi. And let's just take a look while we're here. I can never end these things, can I? Let's take a look at the future track because I want to see what this model's saying. This is the latest HRRR model, and these storms are going to move on through. And it looks like overnight tonight, losing that instability, they go away. And this one isn't pulling in more storms in the morning. Earlier it was. So I think tomorrow we're going to do this in the afternoon again. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue in the morning. So one more check of power outages, see if those numbers updated here. 2,000 Rapides, 2,500 Avoyelles. So yeah, they did 4,500 there and 5,300 across the area right now. one more peek at radar, then I'm going to back away so Tom can go. I promise you I'm going to do it this time. Severe thunderstorms lined up pretty much through Rapides Parish here. That's where the worst of this is. It's heading for you, Evangeline Parish, and if you're in Oakdale, keep an eye to the sky to the north. These storms are going to be coming in from the north-northeast, moving south-southwest at about 25 miles per hour. If you want to watch them safely from your computer screen or your phone, go over to the Cenla Weather app or the Cenla Weather website, and you can check it out there. Tom will be live here shortly to update you on this, as well as what's coming up in the next 7 days. I think we get more of these thunderstorms, and I know that's good for some because we need some rain.